You are not your mental self-image of yourself. Whenever you feel emotional, upset in any way, you are relating to a mental image of yourself, one that is upset, as if it's really you. Your true self relates to your personality as an instrument. Your personality contains your emotional patterns, your desires, your thoughts. All of that's in the personality. We call it the psychic self. And the true self is meant to rule over the personality, not in a way that breaks it or deadens it, but in a way that makes the most use of it so that its structure sings in harmony. You are not your mental image of yourself. Do you hold on to a mental image of yourself as sad or scared or inadequate or unworthy of love? As doomed to gloom forever? What is your self-image of yourself? The mental self-image. Make it conscious by paying close attention to your inner life, to what happens in your mind, what's going on in your consciousness. And you'll see there's an inner world of consciousness and what looks like an outer world of consciousness. And it looks outside of us because of the limitations of the five senses. It's all one. The idea of yourself as separate from the universe gives you way too much responsibility and pits you against the infinite, like an ant against the sky. It's too big. The universe is doing everything. Every thought you think, it's happening in the universe. The universe is going through the experiences you're having that you're experiencing as self-awareness. But this is just part of the universe's self-awareness, a facet of the universe's self-awareness. To be as practical as you can be, recognize when you're looking at a weak mental image of yourself, a mental image of yourself as weak or incapable or sad or beaten or abused or abandoned or bereft. It's an entity that comes to us that contains feelings like that. And you don't have to identify with it. You can just see them as states that are really outside of you, that you're simply observing and choosing not to put on, the way you would choose not to put on an outfit of clothing. You don't choose to put on this entity, this psychic entity with these dismal feelings and dismal thoughts, dismal attitude. Sorry for yourself, feeling loss, lack, grief. You don't have to live in that self. You can live in the beautiful light of the true self, pictured by the BOTA card named the sun, with the two innocent children, the conscious and the subconscious, playing in the light together, free from identification with those dark, heavy moods that you can get into, or the frustrations, the states of anger that you can get into. You realize those are not you. Your true self doesn't have those kind of experiences. Your true self observes those conditions on the psychic level, but it doesn't have those experiences. You can live in the peace of your true self, in the peace and the light of awareness of your true self. Just practice being aware of whatever self-image is coming to mind, whatever attitude, whatever mood, and realize it's not you. And if it feels like you when you're stuck in it, just do the method till you're out of it. Why is recognizing the mood, the attitude of this self-image that we are encountering, why is it so practical to realize it's not you so that you don't automatically put it on, take it on, accept that mood and attitude? Because you create a life consistent with your mood and attitude. You will manifest conditions consistent with your mood and attitude toward life. You don't have to try to stay up. That's a big mistake. Just stay free. Just keep yourself free of the negative, down-dragging, heavy states of moroseness that really constitute self-pity, and choose not to put on that state, to let that entity ensconce you, the true self. And then you just stay free. But if you try to hold on to a positive attitude and staying positive and enthused, you're bound to go into the negative. Whatever goes up must come down. Unbalanced forces perish in the void. You can't sustain a positive state. The other end of the stick is going to come and hit you. So being free of those negative states is freeing you from having to go into a world and a life and a destiny that gets increasingly dark and heavy and dismal and pointless and filled with more and more loss and defeat. You don't need any of that. And you won't create any of that when you stay free by practicing being aware of the self-image that you're encountering within, recognizing that when it's negative in any way, it's not you. You can also recognize when it's positive, rather than that beautiful balanced state of neutral harmony and contentment and stability in the now. That's the true self. And that's how your life unfolds in a beautiful, magnificent, miraculous way without having to force it in any way.